Nines hold up. And
enterprise not been rewarded here at this table.
No.
But we've already seen two guys in a couple of hands who were prepared to put it all on the line trying to win the tournament.
I needed to get some chips, so I just pushed and hoped to get the blinds or to double up. I didn't play many hands in the 5 hands or something.
And looking at an outside table.
4-3 to 4.
2 threes holding up now. Ace or a 5 would change things, but the 9's up, and that's O'Connor, Parg.
Oh, I'm sorry to see this guy go out. I mean, he showed a lot of heart at the feature table.
He sure did. He's out in about 21st place, I think.
2 threes is nearly the best hand we saw this guy with all day. I think we'll be seeing him again.
Paul Dooley into seat number 1, and he's from Donegal, 34 years old.
Otherwise known as Donegal.
So the re-raise announced from Rafferty. How much, I wonder?
120,000.
Oh, wow. 2 ladies. And I would imagine all the chips are going to go in. This is a bit unfortunate for Rafferty with the frequency of the DeWolf raises, Parg.
Sure, well, you know, he could fully expect to pick this up straight away with the raise, because there's you know, the probability is that DeWolf is raised with a hand and that he can't stand a re-raise with.
Re-raise all in.
Re-raise all in. And Rafferty thought for about 6 seconds and has called. This is not what he wants to see.
No, he won't be thrilled about this. Obviously, if the Wolf had the aces or the kings, it would have been trouble time for Rafferty, but the ace-kings, it's still a 50-50 shot.
And this is a huge pot, Parg. It's over $500,000. There's the ace. This is trouble for Joe Rafferty. Oh, there's only 2 queens in the deck. And
one of them was passed before the flop.
Just not his day, but
well, there's absolutely nothing you can do about that.
A very fine performance from Joe Rafferty, and
a big round of applause for Mr. Joe Rafferty, our
class in, class out. Class is out.
I know he can walk away with his head held high.
Well, looking at that hand, I mean, Rafferty slightly better before the flop, but the Wolf has just been so hot, and the ace didn't waste any time hitting the board. Ace is up, beating queens up, and taking the Wolf up to, geez, 1.3 million. We're almost at 2 tables, Parg.
Well, there's a school of thought that the Wolf hasn't lost a race since 2002.
So the blind 6 and 12, the ante 1,500, and you know, this is the kind of time when you have to be very careful, Parg, because all in announced from Jules Adamson. Dynamics of these tournaments change so quickly. What has Adamson got?
Well, we know he's got hard.
Yeah.
The Wolf's on fire. I don't know why you're attacking your big blind.
Straight and an Englishman.
I think the problem for Adamson is he's let himself get very short. In fact, he may not even have enough to make Roland DeWolf put down anything reasonable.
The Wolf's range for reasonable is a little different from everybody else's.
Wow.
Adamson
Adamson really forced in here. It's only 46,000, which will mean it's about 35,000 on DeWolf, which is
it's an automatic call for DeWolf.
It's like 2% of his stack. And
you'd like to see Adamson double up here, because he has shown a lot of heart.
He has.
I've got no chance against
and the other theory as well, they're both English, so who cares?
3-1 underdog.
It's
3-1 underdog.
No, 4 to 1. This is like having
a straight race.
8s against 5s.
Okay, good luck.
People would say, I fancy the 7-9 of hearts, but
the Wolf is so sick he's probably vibing a queen up there just to keep the game going.
Well, overcards and a flush draw for DeWolf, but the pair
There's no doubt you can miss this.
for Jules Adamson.
There's no doubt.
Any 7, any 9, any heart. And I'll tell you what, Adamson must be stunned.
Yeah. It's the first point he's lost in about 3 years.
5.
The fact is, though, Adamson left it so late, Park, that double up still leaving him dire.
Well, no, because I said before that.
Queen with a tray against the 7-9 of hearts and a huge flop for DeWolf, but that and ashes will get you a cricket game. 8's up, 2 8s, 2 3s, beating the busted draw.
Now on a roll, and we'll treble up now.
Adamson's got 12,000. What sort of hands does he have to be thinking about playing right now?
Anything that's passed around to him is pretty good. You know, sometimes the position and what's happened in the pot already are more important than the 2 cards you hold.
He's going to get to see it all. And the ace-8 from McCabe with the raise.
All in.
All in called from Adamson. He can beat ace-8. Wow, this is a great break for him.
Certainly is. This is an automatic call from McCabe. Adamson only has another 60,000. So.
Just one of them things. Too many hands that Adamson could be doing this with. McCabe's in bad shape, but he could be in great shape, couldn't he?
Well, there's 158,000 in the middle. He's putting in 60 to win. It's out of 160, which, as we well know, is a little better than 5 to 2, which isn't too far off the price he is here. It's
71,000 total, more.
71,000 from McCabe to call on this.
The situation for McCabe, though, if he calls and loses, he'll have 300,000. Folds right now, he'll have 360.
Call.
If he calls and wins, he'll be knocked out in English play, which is always nice.
About half a million is what he'll have.
71,000.
71,000. And Joe throws ace 9 clubs.
Dominated ace for McCabe. But it is Jules Adamson all in. He's feeling good, but he's got to get through 5, which is sometimes between a rock and a hard place in Texas Hold'em.
One side. One.
I like McCabe's demeanor. He looks like a guy who does plenty of breathing exercises.
Perfect flop for Adamson. He can do 3 laps at a table now. He's been watching too much American TV.
Yeah. It's just some guys who shouldn't give a TV to.
I had 3906. And I was going to sub you in.
Got a bottom on.
Was he the other guy in the pot?
Okay, but
Change the dealer. 2 hands in a row.
All in was Adamson with the dominated ace. The flop looked delightful. Queens up, 2 pairs beating 1, and McCabe just a few chips off his stack, but it was life or death for Adamson in doubling up. All hands joined together as the circle gets smaller. 3 tables became 2 with 17 left. It's DeWolf back on this feature table with 1.4 million. Paul Zimler, the Marbella Kid, in seat number 2 with over $500,000. In seat number 3, this is Melwani, young Irishman, sitting on about 200,000. In seat number 4, the Hood. This is Sorrel Mitzi, who had a huge amount of chips and has taken a slight step backwards. The Canadian back to about 400,500.